I'd love to hear that story. I think it's about time we ended this.
Who stepped in between these two? That Nero? Well, I don't know, maybe. That took way too many tries. Way too many. And that's the result screen? I mean, I gotta hope I can at least stop for a moment and catch my breath. This one, let's give my fingers a chance to rest. That took a while. I had to figure out the strategy. Again, like in that one other previous boss fight with that witch on the chicken. It's all about figuring out the patterns, figuring out the counters, just figuring out what's the most effective strategy. Oh, trial and error right there though. That was all trial and error. Okay then, on to the next thing. I'm hoping I can just go to the main menu before I do this. Alright then. Okay, so I hope I didn't just skip the cutscene. I mean, I just wanted to stop for a bit, but I might have actually skipped the cutscene. Oh well, I guess I might as well rewatch it first and then react to it after I finish this then. Yeah, I should start this. Okay, yes. There we go. Now I get to see it in its entirety. Oh, and there's a phone.
Hello? Nero? Is that you, Nero? Did something happen?
Kitty, when I was a kid, I was alone. You and Kratos were all I knew. And now all of a sudden I find out I have a family. What am I supposed to do with that?
You always know which path is right and which is wrong. There's no need to doubt yourself.
Thanks. I guess that's all I needed to hear. I have one last thing to take care of. Then I'm coming home.
Didn't get a chance to say goodbye, but I guess he did say he was going home.
I couldn't protect Kratos. To this day, I hate myself for not having enough strength. But this time is different. I swear! I'm not letting you die!
Wow, and he regrew his arm. And also has a double trigger now.
This
This ends right here. Listen to me. I told you already. This is not your...
Didn't hesitate to hit him right there.
You listen. Dead weight. I won't let you kill each other. There are other ways of settling your differences. I'm putting a stop to this sibling rivalry.
You came all this way just for that.
Virgil. V. Whatever you call yourself. Dante's not gonna die here. And neither are you. You have a problem with that.
Not gonna die my ass. Oh, that bitch slap nearly killed me. If I beat Nero, then by default, I beat you. Agreed, Dante?
Whatever. I don't really care. I'm just gonna sit this one out.
Already worn out.
When this is over, I'll make you submit. Father.
Okay, that's kind of cool. His wings have fists.
Do with me? It has everything to do with me!
So I guess the same battle as before as well. Probably have a hard time with this one. Tutorial Buster. Press R2 when near the staggered enemy, or near staggered enemy. Press R2 near staggered enemy to perform a Buster, a powerful throwing move. Oh, much like what? Like I'm trying to think of the Devil Bringer when you were able to do like moves with that on certain enemies.
NANI?!
You're trying to take a step. Wow. Just add one in to not do multiple attacks. Best song in the game is now playing. That's a remix version, I think. Here we go. Just crush your corn. Proper crystal and stone.
NANI?!
I want to recover some health though. He actually regenerates. There we go. Nice going with counters. Jeez. If I had him.
Nothing to do with you. Stand down. Nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with me!
Okay, come on. Yeah, I know. Look at that fishing.
NANI?!
Okay, now back to classic Devil Bringer.
NANI?!
Of your insistence or your strength.
Both, you fucking asshole!
Okay, that stopped. Okay, give me that fishing.
NANI?!
Too bad. I used to be a card breaker right there. Nope. That's your last chance.
NANI?!
Have a taste of your own medicine. That couldn't have been it.
Interesting.
Oh, brother. You cut off your own son's arm for more power, and you still lost.
Enough, damn it! The underworld is taking over. We need to do something before it's too late.
He's right. We need to close that portal. Hey, you lost, so you better do what he says.
I can still fight. But if those roots continue to spread through town, it'll just interfere with our business.
Now, that's the smartest thing I've ever heard you say. Better hurry up. We still got a score to settle.
Evidently.
Wait! Where are you going?
We need to sever the Clyphod roots from the underworld itself. Then we'll seal the portal with the Yamato.
Hang on. If you do that, you can't come back.
Why do you think I'm going? Somebody's got to keep an eye on your old man.
You can't just expect me to stay here while you both go
It's
in.
because you're here we can go. We're trusting you with things on this side. Capiche?
Make haste, Dante.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, wait!
Take care, Nero. Adios.
I won't lose next time. Hold on to that until then.
Idiots.
Okay.
Hoo-wee! I'm still in freaking shock.
About what?
Duh. Your arm? Who the hell grows an arm back? It's just weird. It's like a lizard tail or something.
Look, I don't know, it just grew. I mean, are you kidding me? Lots of weird stuff happened. There were demons and scary plant roots and arms growing back. Lots of stuff.
Do you know how much love and care I put in that devil breaker?
Nope. This arm, it's nice.
So, how's it feel?
How's what feel?
Saving the man who killed your own father. Heard Dante killed Virgil once.
Doesn't matter. They're both gone now anyway.
It's okay to cry. If you want, Mira, over a loss.
I'm not
It
crying.
doesn't make you a crybaby. It does make you a little bitch, though.
There it is. You think I'm a demon?
I didn't cry when my asshole daddy died. But... yeah, I know. I wouldn't be here without him. That's a biological fact. All I'm saying is, tough guy, it's okay to cry if you want.
I'm
Devils
not
cry.
crying.
Devils cry.
I'm not gonna
Kittens
cry.
cry.
Will you
Meow.
shut up?
What,
Will you
please
stop
cry?
it? Look at you.
Why do you
Nobody's
cry on my
crying, all
shoulder?
right? Stop
Come
saying
on, cry on
cry.
my shoulder. I know you
You
wanna.
say cry again. Devil may cry. Fuck.
You said it.
Hey, idiot. Yeah, I'm coming home. Oh yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but I got a surprise for you.
Oh yeah, he's got a huge surprise.
You shut up! No, Kitty, not you. Nico. You know, and her big mouth. What the hell's your problem? Where'd you learn to drive? Hey, sorry, I gotta call you later. It's time to get back to work. Got an arm. Good.
It's a prototype, and this is the perfect place to test it out. Look, you're gonna use it, and it's a work of art,
Gotcha.
and it ain't complete without you.
Well, how sweet. Feels good.
You'll get fixed as soon as we get back.
So, devil's cry, huh?
I'm not saying it of business. Oh wow, and I guess we don't get to see how they stopped the roots or anything like that. Okay, we gonna do? Oh yeah, expecting. Always gotta expect this. You're gonna be Devil May Cry without it. These level 1 demons. Oh, jeez. Didn't dodge that properly. Friendly fire. I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't show what happened. I guess just implied, hey, they closed the portal, they're stuck in the demon world again. I guess Dante would know. Dante would know, to be honest. Dante's already been in the demon world more times than anybody. Virgil as well. So probably try to figure out something for the next game. I don't know. So I have to see. Maybe a post-credits ending. Did I run out of time? No clue.
Guess that's the end then.
So all we gotta do is cut this thing down.
That's right.
There we go.
I'm more than capable of handling this on my own.
You're gonna need some help. And someone to keep an eye on you.
Playing as Dante, right? Gotta assume. And they're playing the song. Are they going to...
Useless pests.
Oh, there we go.
They must be ready to die.
Fine by me. Let's give them what they want.
That was simple. Find these Angel Knights. Angel Knights, just the Angelos. Is that all of them? Nope. There's 10 more. That was mine.
Took out more than you did. You ready to accept defeat, Virgil?
Here we go. July 24th, a few weeks later.
Pizza time.
Oh. Oh.
Wow, no sign of him. Nothing. Yeah. Then can I have this office? Because I've been thinking it's almost time for me to settle down somewhere. No, I don't think so. I rather quite like it.
Oh, I hate to spoil your dreams, ladies, but that shit ain't gonna happen.
What do you mean, Morrison?
See, there's this deed to this place, and I have it.
Why do you?
Clever little devil came to see me right before his last job. Said something like, "My dearest friend, I know you'll keep this safe because them crazy bitches..." Did I say crazy bitches? I'm sorry, I meant ladies. Anyway, the rest of the story is not important. You get the gist.
Wonder if you even plans on coming back. Got me.
What is important is I have a job for you two. Cause the rent ain't free.
Yes. So meanwhile, back in the demon world. They're still trying to sell their little spats.
Score for Dante. I'm up.
Where did you learn to count?
We're even. You know, I'm starting to think this is never gonna end.
Maybe. We got plenty of time.
Don't you dare say it, jackpot!
Thought that was their catchphrase. At least that's what Dante said. Right, they were about to finish off Arkham. Now, how can I sum up my thoughts on this? Well, not a bad game. I can say that much. I mean, I got my ass handed to me 4 times during the boss fights. I mean, all because I didn't want to use the continues, not the continues, I mean the revives. The revives I didn't want to keep using. And I guess they had to add in revives because I guess maybe having health items and meter recovery items just made the game a little more too simple, I guess. I don't know. Like, I think 4, I mean, if I remembered, 4 had vitality stars and devil stars. But this game, I mean, you had to pick up your recovery items and use just items. That's else. You just have to pick up the recovery stuff and you just recover. It's like a like any old school video game back in the day, where I guess using your items in a menu wasn't much of a thing then. At least for the action games. I mean, I can't remember if the RPGs had it. Of course they did. Oh, wow. I guess I didn't look at the S. Yes, got an ace. Oh, what else? Yeah. What else? Like, besides just bringing back a character back from the dead again, because that's always a popular thing to do when you can't keep a character dead. Yeah. Wasn't that much of a surprise. I mean, again, most people were speculating that he would come back in a different game, like it would just be about build-up, but no, he was going to be the main villain. Sort of again, but like a different version of him, in a sense. Which I guess isn't such a bad idea, I guess. It's kind of introducing a plot where I guess he separates his own humanity from his demon side, kind of to give himself a more powerful I guess just to give himself more power. It's not a bad concept, but I guess so. I guess that's just so you can have a good reason as to why the villain of yesteryear or of the past is able to fight one of the most powerful characters in existence in his game or storyline, I guess, because supposedly Dante is the most powerful demon or character in the Devil May Cry universe. Oh, I guess they didn't really have to prioritize one character or the other. Like, you could choose, at least in some missions, or I guess just some missions where you can just choose whichever character you want to play as. So that's also a good thing as well. Like, that's one thing that they learned from 4, like how to what's the word? Some of us, like, how they didn't prioritize one character over the other, I guess. Like I was just saying earlier. Like, having each character combat their own mission, in a sense. In their own way. So again, that's a good thing. What else? I guess how the characters play as well. I guess Nero didn't play exactly the same. I mean, he doesn't have the Devil Bringer, it's the Devil Breaker. Which again, I didn't use all that much either. Except for that once, except a couple times, I guess. And I guess that one boss fight that I was having a hard time with. Oh, yeah. I mean, not a bad addition. And I have not even tried the Mega Buster, that Mega Man arm that they showed off as well. I would love to try that out. Let's see. I mean, he still sort of plays the same in a sense. Like, he still has his combos and his and some of his moves from his old moveset from 4. And the Red Queen can still rev itself up and go all fiery. So yeah, I mean, they didn't want to stray too far from the previous design, at least from the combat. And what else? I guess V wasn't a bad addition in a sense. And again, I call him like the Pokemon trainer in this game because of his well, combat style. He's not really fighting so much. I mean, he's just basically just commanding his demons to fight for him. Shadow, Griffin, and God, I forgot what the big guy's name was. Might just stick to calling him Fabulous at the moment, because of the sound effect I keep adding every time I make him transform. Well, again, not a bad plot twist either for V. I mean, the most I remember from the most I remember, I thought he was just a new character, but I guess, again, just figuring out that he was a part of Virgil was not a bad twist, in a sense. Again, the humanity, or the human side of him. I mean, I guess I should have at least figured it out just by the small description about him. Like, I forgot how it went. Like, it had something to do with the description went that he had like a like a past with Dante, or like a secret intention, like he had a grudge or something against Dante, and one would have to try to put the pieces together and just ask themselves, oh hey, it had to be somebody from his past. No, maybe not Mundus, but somebody. And when that one cutscene went by where Nero lost his arm, I mean, that should have been the moment where I just put 2 and 2 together, but I just kept watching, like, I just kept watching the story continue and not realize that. Yeah, not a bad way to, I guess, bring back a character, in a sense. Kind of. Don't know if that was actually properly explained. I mean, he just shows up out of nowhere in that cloak that he wore from Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, and just shows up at Nero's and just hacks away his arm, just so he can get Yamato back. I guess maybe, I don't even know if I'll be able to explain that. I mean, maybe it had something to do with the interaction between Nero and Yamato, I don't know. Can't really think of a proper explanation while I'm doing this. I just need to finish up summing up my thoughts. Okay, so I'm done with talking about V. I mean, there's also Dante. He still has the ability to switch styles, and also the new weapons as well. Well, some of them are new. Oh, let's see, Balrog was a new one. I say Balrog was a new one? Yeah, it was a new one. Balrog. God, I'm forgetting this stuff. Balrog, Dr. Faust, which I didn't use all that much. The name Chakus, again, I didn't even use those either. Wow. I'm only counting 4 Devil Arms. And I guess the newly christened Dante. I mean, you have to have a sword named after yourself. I mean, if Sparta did, so can Dante, after stabbing himself with his sword. I guess that's how you make a brand new weapon. Jeez. Oh. And what else? I guess the Sin Devil triggers also a new addition as well. I mean, how else can you make your most powerful character even more powerful? By giving him a new transformation. And yeah, that was definitely a new transformation. One used to combat God, how did I forget his name? Old root face right there. Urizen. Yeah, old Urizen. Or just full-on demon Virgil. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't watch the trailer. I mean, supposedly the new trailer that came out before the game came out was kind of a little bit spoilery as well. And I like to avoid my spoilers. I mean, sometimes I like to spoil, sometimes I don't. I mean, I want to find out what's going to happen in the game story for myself. Oh, it's a good thing well, good thing I didn't really spoil it for myself. What else? I mean, I still pointed out that boss fights were difficult. Well, again, when you don't use the revive system, it's going to be difficult. I mean, since there's no health items, just health pickups and DT restoration pickups as well, that's more challenging. I mean, it's good that they add checkpoints or have checkpoints, but when you don't have items to pick up or items to use from the menu, that kind of does make it more challenging. And I do like a challenge, for the most part. I do like me a challenge. Even if that challenge almost makes me want to pull the hair from my head. Okay then, what else? Like again, this is just another hit from Capcom. Another hit next to the Resident Evil 2 remake. I mean, they're, I guess, on a streak in a sense. Well, sort of. I mean, I guess the only bad would have to be for this game would be the microtransactions, I think, which I have not checked out. I guess just spending real money to get in-game currency. Not really my thing. Not something I'd ever want to do. I'd rather earn the in-game currency the normal way than with actual money. And again, that is the option right there. That's still the option right there. I mean, you can even see on the results what you can get. You got bonus orbs and extra bonus. So, again, I mean, if they're really going to go full throttle on the microtransactions, I guess they would make the the payout for each mission much less, in a sense, if they really wanted to go in that direction, which I'm glad they didn't. Again, that would make the growth and progression for your characters more difficult to obtain if they went in that direction. Like, because you're paying $60 for a game, and you're probably going to pay extra for stuff that you you know, could just easily get if the in-game currency is you know, easy to obtain, which again I'm glad that it is, in a sense. If you're the adventurous type and going to just look in every direction, nook and cranny, whatever, just to find those orbs, and then you'll at least be able to purchase those upgrades as well. Oh, okay, alright, all in all, no, I guess let me just try to wrap it up. But all in all, for the most part, not a bad action game. Well, just not a bad action game, it's not a bad action adventure stylish action game. Guess a little better than 4. I mean, in design for the most part. In design. Because you're not going back through the levels that you've played through before. You're going through well, you're just going through a lot of new different levels and stuff as different characters as well. So that's not a bad thing. I mean, you're seeing new ideas on display and not a rehash either, which again is more appreciated because they at least put more effort into it. Oh. And I guess is that all I gotta say about that? Just another hit from Capcom right there. It's just another hit next to, again, the Resident Evil 2 remake. Okay, I think I've run out of things to say. So, with that I say,